What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer back with Massive Darkness, and this is the beginning of quest number 2 in our playthrough campaign of a quest of Crystal and Lava. And the name of this quest is Face the Heat. Alright, so the way this quest is going to work is you can see up here are our heroes, right up here, and just off camera down here in the corner, right over here in the corner is the exit. The objective here is that we have to make it to the exit down here, and in the last room there is a lair token, and in that room we will spawn a roaming monster. And what's going to happen is when we open up this door, that you can just barely see right here, instead of drawing a room card, we're going to spawn a roaming monster right here on this number 3, and that will be effectively the door card. And once we beat the roaming monster, then we will have completed the scenario. Also note that our noble warrior Sarah has a level 2 skill, so we have started at level 2 for the quest level. That token is there, which means that right now, because if you watch the town phase, you will know that I kind of messed up, I think, on the others. And right now, we can only use level 1 or level 2 items and skills. So everybody has been appropriately equipped with level 2 items, and instead of doing those all at the same time, first time they go, I'll show you those. They've all been equipped with that, which means we will start right off the bat drawing level 2 guard cards as well. Okay. One of the new things that's introduced, since we're doing this from the first quest on, is in the previous quest we saw the crystal caverns. These tiles now are the lava, and the way the rules work for the lava is anytime a hero ends their activation on any one of the lava tiles, lava zones, that is an automatic 1 wound, no saves or anything like that. Of course, mobs do not get any damage, okay? So they are safe from the lava. So that's what we're doing. And also you'll notice for the first time that there's an artifact token over here. If a hero picks that up, they do in fact draw an artifact card, and it will be a random card. And that's it for the special rules. Let me read you the introduction to the quest, since we're doing these in a campaign format. Okay, so it says, Quest 2, Face the Heat. We're accustomed to facing the darkness's minions in dark, fresh, and moist places. As soon as we entered this place, the air in our lungs was knocked out by a heat wave born from the mountain's core. Worse, it combined with a stench of toxic fumes, mixed with the filth of the minions living there. On top of that, the lava flow echoes as a low-pitched, grievous chant from the crystals. This is not an outpost. What is going on here? Alright, so like I said, we're trying to kill the monster that's going to spawn in the last room, the roaming monster, which will be a lesser roaming monster. And we're starting everything at level 2, so let's get started. Alright. So, I have slightly redone the order of the heroes, so it's not the same order as before. And the first hero up is going to be Silence. One of the other things I've done, which you won't really be able to see well, is I've laminated this sheet, okay, for me, instead of using the paper, and I put a check mark in the skills that they have, so I'll have that as a reference. I'm gonna try that and see how that works, so I don't keep using the pads. I like the pads, and if there was a good way to get another set of pads and they weren't super expensive, then I would probably just not even worry about that and just use the pads. But since it does not appear like that's going to be the case from CMON, this was the next in the list. So I've got that, and you will not be able to see much because I do have this zoomed in of the player board. But like I said, to begin with, we'll talk a little bit about each of the characters so that you know what's going on with them. All right. So first up is Silence. I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it again. Oh shoot, Silence. And Silence is currently equipped with this War Mace, and yeah, okay. So let me show you over here. Currently has equipped this War Mace. That is the weapon it has, and that is 1 yellow, 1 red, and if the attack does not wound, then basically I get to reroll if I don't do wounds. So that's what he's got equipped. Okay. As far as his skills, he has Slippery and dual wielding. So dual wielding says he gets a BAM. All right. If he is dual wielding. Currently, he doesn't have another level 2 weapon, so he's not going to get that bonus. As far as what is in his inventory, all right, we've got a level 3 Orange Shield that he cannot use again because of the level requirement, which is a 3, so that won't be able to be used basically towards the end. He is carrying a Spear of Impalement. Can be used to resolve melee attacks, range 0 to 1. And if he gets a BAM or an attack, he gets +1 die. +1 yellow die, which is nice. A level 3 set of chainmail armor. Ooh. A level 3 set of chainmail armor. 1 blue, 1 green. On a BAM, he can get additional defense repeatable. The lesser healing potion, which, if I remember correctly, we bought from the town phase, and then a level 3 plate armor. Okay. Come on, focus, buddy. Do it. Hold just a second here. All right. So that's what they got inventory wise. Okay. So 3 actions. Now, starting out, I do have options. I could start out by opening this room, right? Or I could go over here and open that room. Either way, I'm gonna take damage if I don't get off that zone, right? So I think you know what, for now let's just start out with opening this door right here. So we'll flip that over. Of course, with that we have to draw a door card. So we'll take the door deck, and here's the door cards. Give them a good, decent shuffle from last time. So I thought these were shuffled, but it looked like they were not. Alright. Cut. Alright, and we'll take the first card, which is this one. Now, this is only a 2-zone chamber, so we'll only resolve the first 2 items here. And the first 2 items are in the first chamber. We have no enemies, but 3 treasures. Okay, so this is good. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, you know what? We should be using those. Hold on. We have 3 regular treasures. So there's 1, 2, 3 regular treasures. In the second room, we also have 3 regular treasures, but we do spawn a guard card. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 treasures, and we spawn the guard card, and that's level 2. So we pull out our level 2 guards again. Give them a good shuffle. Oh shoot. Alright. Alright, give it a decent cut. And we get Dwarf Warriors. Alright. Dwarf Warriors, level 2 Dwarf Warriors. These guys get 2 yellow attack, 2 blue defense. And on an attack, if they get a bam, they get +1 additional damage. There is 1 per hero. So that means there will be 4 of them. And they get a level 2 treasure. So let's give this treasure a decent quick shuffle again. Oops. There we go. There's the Dwarven Warrior. Nasty buggers. And we're giving this a shuffle. Alright. And we'll go decent cut. And they are carrying, oh, okay, a Wand of Stupor. So, fortunately, nothing that is going to aid them, which is great, because that means we don't have to worry about that. So, let's see here. Let me get theirs out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so here is the boss. Okay. He's in there. And then we have 4 of his minions, who are all sporting these lovely hammers. There we go. Okay, So they're out. So that was the first action. That was 1 point to open the door. Second point, Silence gets to move in. So second action, Silence will just go ahead and use that to pick up those items, I guess. He's going to have to move in there anyway to engage, so he might as well. So he's going to pick up all 3 treasures right over here with his second action, movement action. So 1 point will be spent picking up the treasures. The second point will be spent moving into the square with those guys. And so let's pull his 3 treasures from the treasure deck. So 1, 2, 3. And what did he get? He got Spear of Impalement can be used to resolve. Okay. So that is a one-handed weapon. We got lesser healing, 2 lesser healing potions. Okay, well, that kind of sucks, but all right. I think at least for now, I'm gonna say for now it's gonna choose not to equip anything. Okay, so that leaves him with a single action. A single action left. Ooh. And he has absolutely no defense. Whew. All right. That's gonna suck. Well, we have some lesser healing potions. What the heck? Let's go ahead and do it. All right. So for his attack, he has a yellow and a red die. Let's go down the dice tray. It's a yellow and a red die. Okay. And the Dwarven Warriors have 2 blue defense dice. 1, 2. So that's what we got. So let's see what we have here. That one's caught. Reroll it. Okay. So that's 3 hits and a bam. The bam really does not do him any good right now. The dwarves, that's 3 defense, so there's no damage. Now this is where the War Mace's special ability kicks in, because remember the War Mace says if the attack does not wound the enemy, you may reroll all the dice 1 additional time. So actually, since there was no wounds done, he gets to roll all this again. Okay, much better. Alright, so that's 1 defense by the Dwarven Warriors. And 1, 2, 3, 4 hits by Silence. So that's 3 hits total. Now these Dwarven Warriors do have 2 health apiece. So with 3 hits, that means 1 will be killed. So we'll take him off the board. And then 1 will be the next one would be wounded. So that's 3. Having taken 1 off the board means that is 1 XP. Excuse me, that is 1 micro XP for Silence. So he goes from 0 micro to 1 micro. That is the end of his turn. That was his last action. So the Dwarven Warriors are going to get their counterattack, which is 2 yellow. And again, he has He has no defense. Now I did forget Silence's shadow mode ability, which is all right. I take this back. I can fix this now. Dwarven warriors. The Silence's ability, his special skill is Trapper. Here, enemies in the same zone and Silence get defense -1. So actually, he would have killed 2 of these warriors, and he would have received actually 2 micro XP. And I have to remember on an attack he can reroll +1 reroll attack or defense. So he could have actually rerolled the defense die the first time around, but I think we ended up actually getting a better result by rerolling everything because of the war mace. So we'll do that. So this is the Dwarf Warriors against him. Now this could potentially hurt because this is basically just going to be straight damage against him. Alright, so they did straight up 2 damage. So that's going to take him to 3. Alright, we have definitely got to get the level 3 token, or I was hoping that he would pull some armor in that first room for him, because that could be potentially really bad. Alright, so next up is going to be, oh yeah, our girl Sarah. Alright, so let's not forget Sarah. Let's remember that Sarah has the full King's set. Okay, so let me put these down here for you. She has the King's crown. She has the King's mace. And she has the King's armor. Okay, so basically what all these give when they're put together is the crown. On a bam, the defender gets -1 shield for each piece of armor that's the king set, which means -3 shields. So if she attack and rolls a bam, that's pretty devastating to the defense. The armor, she gets 1 green for the king's armor, but then she gets +1 blue die per other piece of armor she's wearing, so she gets basically green and 2 blues for defense. And her attack, she gets, with the King's Mace, she gets +1 yellow die for an attack for every piece of the King set that she has. So she actually gets 3 yellow die for an attack. Alright, that's what she's got on equipped currently. In her inventory, she has a level 1 healing potion. And she also has a level 3 light mace, which again can't use because of the level requirement. Alright, as far as skills go, she has 1 skill, and that is in shadow mode. If she's in shadow mode, she gets +1 damage, +1 sword to all heroes in her zone. Where's that? Sorry, I know it's kind of hard to see. In the same zone. So she's definitely a team player, as it was. Alright, so she's going to go first. She's also going to use her free skill, her class skill, command, and or not command, I'm sorry. Her special skill, follow me. Basically, that is a skill that she drags another hero with her. So That is once per activation. When Sarah performs a move action, select another hero in the same zone. Both move to the same zone. All right, so basically she can take somebody with her. So she is going to take. She's going to go ahead and take Lil'ned because he would be next. So she's going to move. First action, movement action. 1, 2. 1, 2. And she's going to take Ned with her. Here's what I'm going to do when this gets crowded. I'm going to put these over here. All right. So that's one activation. Second activation is going to be an attack. And that's going to be 3 yellow. 1, 2, 3. Let me show you. So she was up here. She moved, boink, boink, and now she's in that room. All right. So 3 yellow. And they get 2 blue. All right. And she is going to get an additional 2 hits because of her shadow mode skill, which she gets attack +1 sword per ally in the same zone. She has 2 other allies, so she's going to get +2 to that. So this could be, I mean, it is yellow dice, but there are 3 of them, so we'll see how this shakes out. Okay, so that's, oops, that was a blank. So that's 3, so that's 5. And she, yeah, I'm just making sure there's nothing else. Yeah, that's 5. So that means it's 4 damage, which means that takes out these 2. These 2 that are on the card right here. That are actually technically in that square. It's just an easy way to put them so they all fit on the board. Those both go away. And that is 4 points worth. Alright. So that's 4 points worth, which means she gets 2 micro XP, which takes her to 5 micro, which means she goes from 2 full XP to 3 full XP. And then she gets to do, that was her second action. Her final action will be the same thing, another attack. And she again gets 5. This time they get 2 defense. So that is 3 damage total, which is enough to kill the boss. So the boss goes away. And this leaves that square, that zone clear, which is good. And it also means everybody gets 3 micro XP because that was a boss kill. So Sarah's going to go to 3 full XP, 3 micro XP. Miriam is going to go to 7 full XP, 3 micro XP. Lil'ned is going to go to 5 full XP, 4 micro XP. And oh, there you go. Silence is going to go to 5 full XP. Okay. So this is gone away. Defeated. So we'll put that over here. Defeated. And she gets the Wand of Stupor. So that goes into her inventory. That completes her go. And that is all she can do. There is no counterattack. And that completes her turn. Next up is Ned. So Ned is the Bone Crusher. So let's get his stuff out here. So what is Ned, Lil'ned, sporting? Let me show you what he's got inventory-wise. And then we'll look at what he has equipped, and then we'll look at his inventory. Alright, so let's put these back over there and right there. Alright, so he has an item that he can use. Charm of Protection lets him reroll one of the attack dice one additional time if he needs to. He has a level 2 longsword. That is a blue defense that it generates. He has a level 2 hammer. Oops. A level 2 hammer. That gives him 2 yellow dice, but the significant thing with a hammer actually has to do with his class skill, which I'll show you in just a second. And then he is equipped with plate armor. It gives him 1 blue and +1 defense, +1 shield when he's attacking. So that's what he has equipped and can use. Obviously, the Charm of Protection technically is not equipped. And then he's carrying around a level 3 Ice Mace and a level 1 Dwarven Shield, which if he was smart, he would probably give to... Actually, yeah. If he was smart, he would give that to Whisper. So that's what he's got. As far as class skills, he has, just as a reminder, anytime he moves into or out of an enemy square zone, inflict 1 wound to the enemy. Now, probably technically, when we moved him from here over into that zone, with silence, he should have done 1 damage. But to me, thematically, that damage is because he's actively trying to engage in combat, and at that point it was just movement. So I didn't do it. Also, one of the things I'm going to do with this, the next couple quests, and see how it goes, is if we kill any ranged enemies, the item cards, instead of them coming to whoever killed it, I'm going to have them drop in the space where they were at. And because I think that makes more sense. Also, just to kind of play with this a little bit, I'm going to say... I'm going to say that if it's in a lava space, if it's not picked up by the end of the subsequent round, that they are destroyed in the lava. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So his special abilities, that was his free class skill. Signature XP, spend 1 XP during this turn. Hero gets attack +1 and defense -1, so it gives him a little bit more attack. That's called Blind Fury. But he has +1 max health, so he starts with 6. Okay. And he has, when he's using a mace or hammer, he gets +1 yellow die for this bottom skill right there. Okay, I know it's hard to see, but just trust me, that's what it says. So, I think... So I think the first thing he is going to do is do a trade action to give Silence the Dwarven Shield. I think that's the most beneficial for him. So that's 1 action to give him a little bit of defense. Then his second action is going to be a movement action where he will pick up all of the loot in that room, which is all regular loot, and he will open the door. Alright, now opening the door into the hallway, nothing happens. The token is already on 2, so nothing really changes in that respect. So we just need to pull 3 item cards for him. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the 3 item cards that he drew are chainmail armor, let me see if I can push this down just a little bit. Is that gonna help any? Probably not. Alright, chainmail armor. Can't really tell. Okay. We'll just use that for dice rolling, I guess. One of these days I'm going to figure out the best way to do this. Alright, chainmail armor gives 2 defense. So close. 2 defense. It's too close. And on a bam, he gets +1. He gets a battle staff, which is a magic weapon. Yellow and a red. Attack on a bam, it can be +1 wound, or the hero may heal 1. It's actually pretty nice. Oh no. Trap chest, sleeping gas. Resolve this card if the hero just picked up a treasure token. Otherwise, discard. All heroes in the hero zone are stunned. And I discard this card. And I get to draw another card. So, wow. Everybody is stunned. Dang. That sucks. But we get to draw another card. And let's just hope that it is not another like sleeping gas or acid cloud or something like that that does wounds. He draws Sword of Might, so that's alright. Might makes right. No, not really, but that's what he drew, is a Sword of Might. Basically, he can equip this sword with even two-handed weapon, is the power of that card. But he's stunned, so it doesn't matter. So that was 2 actions. Now, here's the interesting thing, and I'm not really sure how this is gonna work, how this will work out in the rules. If he picks up the treasure first and then is stunned, does that mean that he never got to open the door? I'm gonna say that makes at least the most sense. So I'm gonna say that basically he lost that extra action, that extra point. So that's 2 points. So then his third point, action point, is just gonna be standing up. And again, there are no enemies, so that's the end of that. That is the end of his turn. There is, like I said, no counterattack. So that takes care of him. Next up is Miriam. Miriam is wearing, she's utilizing the Shadow Orb. Okay, that's what she's using for attack. And she is wearing plate armor. Nice. As a level 2, and then of course she has her Mage's Charm. Okay, basically a yellow die, free free attack. Okay. Inventory wise, she does have a couple of items. All right, she has 3 level 3 items. First is the cold iron armor. Okay, that she can't use yet. A level 3 longsword she can't use yet, and the ring of power also that she can't use yet. Okay, so that is unfortunate, but it is what it is, as they say. So, I'm going to her special skill, or her regular skill is level 1 fireball, which basically says 2 bams with a magic attack. Gives her plus, you can't really see it, gives her plus 3 hits. Alright, so yeah, so her class skill is teleport 2. So the first thing we're going to do is use her class skill to teleport 2. 1, 2. Then a next action is going to be a movement action. That's going to be opening the door, moving out here. So that's technically actually her first action. Second action, she's going to go ahead and open this door. Okay, which means we draw a door card, and we get, oh crap, not what we wanted. Ambush. Spawn a guard card in the active heroes zone and place a higher level treasure token there, and that's it. So, wow, that's quite unfortunate. So, higher level treasure token in her zone, and a guard card to boot. So we pull out our level 2 deck and pull off the top, and we get zombie wolves. All right, so there's some things that I have in here that are from Black Plague, because I did get the crossover pack, but I do not actually own all of the stuff for Black Plague. And in these playthroughs, I'm not going to be mixing heroes or anything like that, or no, I'm not going to be mixing heroes or minions. So I'll send that to the bottom. And we pulled Troglodyte, Brutes, Shadow Mode, defense, blank results get +2. Wow. So if they roll blanks in the dark, they get a ton of defense. So that's going to be interesting. Have not fought these guys before, even when I've played on my own. And they will, of course, spawn with a... Lord. Okay. They spawn with plate armor, 2 blue defense, 2 blue defense, and no focusing. 2 blue defense, and they automatically get +1 defense. So that means they're going to be rolling 3 blue defense dice, and they're automatically going to have 1 block. Wow. Wow, that is brutal. Just by way of information, the troglodytes are one of the things that were in the Kickstarter that you got, I think, extra of, if I remember correctly. But like I said, I haven't actually played them, so this should be interesting. Okay. So, that is not them. Here they are. So we have 4 of those. 4. Okay. So they're all there. And we have their boss, who I believe is this guy. The weird, yeah. Okay. So that was the second action for Miriam. And, okay, so here's the thing. Miriam has already used her teleport. Okay. So if she had had teleport still available, she could have basically blinked out of that space, even though she did have minions surrounding her, since she doesn't have slippery, and blinked into a safe space. As it happens, no such luck. So she is going to have to fight them. So the first thing we'll do is use the Mage's Charm, which lets us roll a yellow die, and however many swords we see are wounds. Alright, so she's going to do that first. 1. And of course, these guys have, wouldn't you know it, 2. Alright, so there's that. Just leave this, where's an extra? So they take 1, which doesn't kill anybody. Then she's going to roll a blue die for her special skill healer. Once per activation, roll 1 blue die and heal wounds equal to the number of shields from herself or an ally in line of sight. So I believe this is always so confusing. I don't know why this concept is so difficult for me. Where's the graphic that shows all that? I want to make sure that if she is in a zone, she is in a zone that line of sight is blocked. If it's okay, yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Line of sight doesn't matter as far as units. It's just doors or walls, or in the case of Lil'ned, I mean, he blocks line of sight as a special ability. So she will roll her blue die and try to heal Silence, since Silence took some damage earlier. Dang. And that's a blank, so no go there. So her final attack will be using her Shadow Orb, which she can't use because, yeah, she can't use that. That's a magic weapon. So actually, she can't do anything. But the thing is, she did not attack them, so they actually don't attack back. So there you go. Except, of course, we have the enemy phase next, and the enemies on the board go, they activate, they are melee based, and of course, Miriam is there. She's going to get 2 blue dice for defense, and they are going to get 2 yellow dice for attack. They're not in shadow mode. She is not in shadow mode, so their shadow mode skills don't apply. So let's see what happens. Alright, so she got 2 blue, and they got 1 hit. So fortunately, she did block their attack. Awesome. That is what we like to see. All right. So, I think we'll leave it right there for now for this episode. That is Massive Darkness. We are playing the second quest. Oh, wait. She does take 1 point of damage. She's in lava. So she goes from 5 to 4. I forgot about that. So, that is a quest for Crystal and Lava. Or Crystal and Lava. This is the second quest. And we'll end it right there. And we will see you guys in the next episode. We're trying to get to the final room to kill the monster, roaming monster here. And if we get to this room, we get the artifact. So we're slowly making our way through. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If there's anything that I've messed up, let me know. And I will see you in the next episode. This is the Board Game Roamer. Play games, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.